Today's video is kind of a first impressions and a little bit of a how to use the GVM-YU150R. It's an RGB panel light. It's up here. I'm going to show you a couple of different ways that I've been using it that I find it to be quite useful for. If you want a full breakdown of all of the specs and all of the features of what this thing can do, there's a YouTuber who did a great review on it. I'm going to leave them linked below, but for now, enjoy. I should also probably add that GVM did send me this light. However, they have not seen this video before publishing, and I did not get paid. However, I am allowed to keep the light. So, enjoy the video. Cheers. So what you're looking at right now is actually the GVM panel light lighting everything. So we've got it up here with the softbox, just reflecting off the ceiling. What this does is it gives it more of a high-key lighting, where everything is pretty well lit, as opposed to low-key lighting, which would be more the dark and moody, which we'll get into a little bit later. But this is just one light lighting up this entire kitchen. So I'll show you what's going on here. So this is without the light on. So obviously we've got our practical light back there, but then boom. So this is a very kind of like sitcom-y lighting. It's not very directional. It's not the most flattering light, but if you just need to light an entire scene or something like that, this is a very, I mean, you saw it just now in that little coffee sequence. Let's try something else. So in the kitchen, we had kind of a high-key situation where there's light everywhere. Now we're going to do a little bit more of a cinematic style look where we've got the backlight from outside, but as you can see, I'm very dark. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to film my face in with the GVM, but we're going to balance it with the outside light. So here's what it looks like with the GVM on. So as you can see, this is a very full-looking scene. You've got me well lit, but you still can see outside, and there's a little bit of the cinema here. So this is what it would look like if you're using this GVM light as a key light. So we've got a softbox on top of the panel with the grid. I'll show you a little bit of what that looks like here. But this is a very directional light. We've got the outside light being our backlight. This is a great one light YouTube style setup. One of the great things about this light is it's not only bicolor, but it's also RGB. So you have a ridiculous range of different light that you can do using this. I'm going to show you a few examples back in my office of how I use this as a background light with different effects that are built in. Right now I have my regular key light right in front of me here, and then I have the GVM off to the side, but I'll show you what the GVM is doing. So right now we're just being lit by my normal key light and no background lights at all. When we go into the app, boom. The nice part about this is that we're not using any of the house lights. The whole room is well lit. I'm well lit with my secondary light, but as a background light, this thing is quite versatile. For instance, we can go into these effects here, and let's try party, start. TV, this one's fun. See, TV is great because it almost looks like off the screen, there's a screen over there, and somebody's watching things. These are great. They're also available on the Aperture MC, but in this big, large format, this is pretty awesome. You got bad bulb. You know, I really need to get this light bulb fixed. Here's just a very basic hue loop. So this is like a common kind of tech YouTube channel thing like that. You've got all the colors changing in the background. It's okay, yes, I have worked on with Big Head Pocket a few times. I can't answer that. You're gonna have to ask him. What I'll probably end up using most is actually just the 56K, because if you're trying to light a room or do something like look at this. This is a lot of light coming from one panel. Earlier we had a kitchen scene where there was a pretty high key style of lighting with the GVM bounce off the ceiling. You get a light spread, very even light everywhere. Here is what I would call more low-key lighting. So here's what the frame looks like with the GVM, and here's what the frame looks like with the GVM turned off. It's subtle, but it makes a huge difference. And that's what makes a light like this so awesome. It's really its versatility. Like, you've seen it used in a couple different situations now, but the versatility of being able to actually dim this light all the way down to 0. Most lights will go to about 10%, but here you go all the way down to 0, and then it goes 0.1, 0.2, 0.3, all the way up to a whole 1. So there's plenty of steps to dial in this lighting exactly the way you want. If you're looking for a single light for a YouTube setup, this is a very good option. As a YouTube creator, having a light like this is just completely versatile for any situation. You've got bicolor, so cool and warm. You've got RGB, pretty much any color that you can possibly make, and all the built-in effects. I hope this video has helped you see how you can use one light in a couple of different ways, whether it be directly lighting you or as a background light. I definitely will be using this light as probably my main YouTube light when I'm here at home. They have this optional carry case. If you're going to and from set, having a case like this is super important. It just ensures that everything's safe, and when you're throwing things in and out of cars, bringing them onto location, having a dedicated case is a pretty awesome option. So if you're looking to pick up this light, I would recommend the case and probably the softbox with the grid. If this video was helpful, or you want me to make more videos about lighting specifically, then hit that like button and let me know below. Even right now, I've got the GVM in the washroom. You can see that blue light coming from over there, mixed with the practical light, and I'm just being lit by my window over here. So there are plenty of ways that you can use these lights. Again, I have linked a YouTube video below of another creator who literally goes through every function on this light. If you want to see it more in depth on what exactly this light can do, then I highly suggest checking out that video. And if you want to check out the light itself, I've also linked that below. But for now, this will probably be my main YouTube light. GVM, thank you for sending this light over. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next video. Peace.